I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man live so that his place will be proud of him. Education does not mean teaching people what they do not know. It means teaching them to behave as they do not behave. In great contests each party claims to act in accordance with the will of God. Both may be, and one must be wrong. God cannot be for, and against the same thing at the same time. Our progress in degeneracy appears to me to be pretty rapid. As a nation, we began by declaring that all men are created equal. We now practically read it, all men are created equal, except Negroes. When the know-nothings get control, it will read, all men are created equal, except Negroes, and foreigners, and Catholics. When it comes to this, I should prefer emigrating to some country where they make no pretense of loving liberty, to Russia, for instance, where despotism can be taken pure, and without the base alloy of hypocrisy. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. Point out to them how the nominal winner is often a real loser, in fees, expenses, and waste of time. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has a superior opportunity of being a good man. There will still be business enough. 'Tis better people think you a fool, than open your mouth and erase all doubt. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. If slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong. Neither let us be slandered from our duty by false accusations against us, nor frightened from it by menaces of destruction, nor of dungeons to ourselves. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith, let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. I am nothing, truth is everything. And in the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Through their deeds, the dead of battle have spoken more eloquently for themselves than any of the living ever could. But we can only honor them by rededicating ourselves to the cause for which they gave a last full measure of devotion. No man who is resolved to make the most of himself can spare time for personal contention, still less can he afford to take the consequences, including the vitiation of his temper and the loss of self-control. Yield to larger things to which you show no more than equal rights, and yield to lesser ones though clearly your own. Better give your path to a dog, than be bitten by him in contesting for the right. Not even killing the dog will cure the bite. I do the very best I can. I mean to keep going. If the end brings me out all right, then what is said against me won't matter. If I'm wrong, 10 angels swearing I was right won't make a difference. The will of God prevails. In great contests each party claims to act in accordance with the will of God. Both may be, and one must be, wrong. God cannot be for and against the same thing at the same time. In the present civil war it is quite possible that God's purpose is something different from the purpose of either party, and yet the human instrumentalities, working just as they do, are of the best adaptation to effect His purpose. I am almost ready to say that this is probably true, that God wills this contest, and wills that it shall not end yet. By His mere great power, on the minds of the now contestants, He could have either saved or destroyed the Union without human contest. Yet the contest began. And, having begun, He could give the final victory to either side any day. Yet the contest proceeds. Gentlemen, why do you not laugh? With the fearful strain that is upon me day and night, if I did not laugh, I should die. It will not do to investigate the subject of religion too closely, as it is apt to lead to infidelity. These, the armed forces, are not our reliance against our resumption of tyranny in our fair land. All of them may be turned against our liberties, without making us stronger or weaker for the struggle. Our reliance is in the love of liberty which God has planted in our bosoms. Our defense is in the preservation of the spirit which prizes liberty as the heritage of all men. in all lands, everywhere. Familiarize yourselves with the chains of bondage, and you are preparing your own limbs to wear them. Accustomed to trample on the rights of those around you, you have lost the genius of your own independence, and become the fit subjects of the first cunning tyrant who rises. But for this book we could not know right from wrong. Never do anything for anyone who can just as well do it themselves.